Hi, I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Matt.
Welcome to another episode of Live Wire Review.
Today, we're inside because it's miserable outside, and we've got something really hot for you guys, a 2023 Ford F-150 XLT with the Powerboost package on it. This truck is super cool, super exciting, all the things you can do with it. So I want to just dive right in and talk about what it'll do.
Yep, let's get into it.
So up here on the business end of this F-150 is a twin-turbo 3.5-liter V6 making 430 horsepower and 570 pounds-feet of torque. And I accentuate that because, I mean, that's awesome for a little half-ton with the electric setup. And all of that power is sent through a 10-speed automatic transmission, all-wheel drive. Now that comes on this XLT. That is the lowest trim that Ford will let you spec to put the Powerboost on. So that's what we have here today. And honestly, what else do you get with that XLT package? Not a lot. And I think that's what's super exciting about this product. You're getting all the cool tech with the Powerboost, but it just looks like an F-150. It's not super dressed up. It's kind of that wolf in sheep's clothing. And I really appreciate that. It's the Swiss Army knife. It's not going to cost you as much as the dressed up version, but it'll do everything that you need it to do. What do you get though? I do like the monochromatic grille up front here. You do get the fog lights down low, which is nice. A set of, by my eyeball, an 18-inch alloy wheel. You do get the obnoxiously large Powerboost right there, so people know exactly what you're running. But again, running boards, not a whole lot to talk about over here. Pretty straightforward. All-wheel drive badging, pickup truck. What else do you really need? Well, let's get in the back, and Jeremy's going to talk about the business end of this thing.
I'm at the back of the F-150 Powerboost now, and I just wanted to show you a few of the features back here. This vehicle comes stock with a 2.4 kilowatt Pro Power onboard system. Now for an extra $1,000 Canadian or $750 American, you can actually upgrade this to 7.2 kilowatts worth of power. And as one of our coworkers mentioned, he was able to run his entire house during a power outage. And being a hybrid F-150, it's always going to run while you're driving or when you're parked, and that's very handy. So what else do you get in the back here? You get 8 tie-down points, you get 4 down low and 4 up high that are adjustable. You get in-bed lighting, and just like every F-150, there's a million different options you can choose on the website to upgrade your truck. You can go for a Line-X bed liner, you can get a drop-in bed liner, you can even get a contractor ruler across the back of the tailgate here, and they always offer that step that you can add as an option. So when you order the F-150 Powerboost, you only get one option for the cab. You can only get a Super Crew cab, but they do offer a 5.5-foot bed and a 6.5-foot bed. And one of my favorite things about pickup trucks nowadays is they actually come with a trailer hitch. You don't have to pay extra for the trailer hitch, but they do have 2 different options for towing. You can get the regular tow package, and it can tow up to 11,000 pounds, or you can pay a little extra and get the max trailer tow package, and this vehicle can tow up to 12,400 pounds. There is an option that does 12,700, but I believe that's only a 4x2 model. Most of these models will be able to tow up to 12,400. Well, we're off to the almost pointless test of the back seat in an F-150. Obviously, there's tons of room for me. I'm 6'1" tall. There's tons of room for my legs. We have some vents for the back passengers here. You even have charge points for your phone. And one of the best things ever is they actually give you a power outlet in the truck that you can use while driving. One of the awesome features of the Pro Power onboard. Now, I don't see any heated seats or anything back here, but this is an XLT mid-level package, and I wouldn't expect anything more. We did test 3 car seats. This is one of the few vehicles on the market that you can fit 3 car seats across. So it makes a great family vehicle. The only caveat I have is there is only 5 seats. Okay, well, we're going for a drive in the 2023 F-150 Powerboost.
Yeah, I haven't spent a lot of time in this XLT trim. So, I mean, right off the hop you get in, and how do I say this lightly? You know you're in a work truck. I know they don't market it as a work truck, but you know that the XLT is going to go to the guy who's like, I just need something to do the job with. You're not out here speccing this truck if you want to be the absolute, most, what am I looking for? Odd, show-offy, expensive. You're not that guy. You're not the luxury guy. You're out here going, I'm going to beat on this thing. It's going to do the job, and it's going to make me some money.
Yep.
And I mean, yeah, they've done some nice accents and trims in here. I do like the color-matching grays in the plastics. And I don't even know, that's not carbon fiber. It's some kind of weird textured plastic in the doors to kind of give it a graphic, if you will. But it's nice that they broke it up. It was unnecessary in this vehicle because I understand that what I bought here was a unit to work with. Now, what do you get with that work? In addition to the Pro Power onboard system, which is great, you also get your Pro Trailer Backup Assist. And
now, that is an option I would spend the extra money on.
That's an option I would spend the money on. I mean, let me rephrase. I've been driving trucks and trailers my entire life. I'm pretty proficient at backing up trailers. I have used this system extensively. It's just fun. It's just, yeah, there, okay, yeah, there, yeah, okay, perfect, I'm in. It's handy. It certainly takes that thought out of it, especially if you're the guy towing different trailers all the time. If you are towing the same unit over and over again, you understand your turning circles, you understand how fast that axle is going to break over, you understand all of those things about your common usages. It doesn't make any difference. You're never going to touch it. If you're the guy going from place to place and, oh, today I got a utility trailer. Oh, today I got to tow a little generator. Oh, today I got to tow, this 25-foot utility trailer. Then yeah, sure. But on the flip side of that, you also have to learn how to set it up quickly, because you do have to know lengths, you have to know tongue lengths, overall lengths, and widths, and you have to be able to input them individually. Now, the truck will store up to, and forgive me if I misquote this, we'll put it on screen if I get it wrong, but I believe it'll store up to 10 individual trailers in the memory. So you can go in, it hooks up, says, oh, there's a trailer active. Which trailer would you like to select? You can nickname them, or you can just number them, whatever's easier for you. But it is nice once you've got everything set up, you hop in, and what do I got back there? Oh, that one, cool. Number 2, off we go. The other things you get in here too, like I said, with the work version of this truck, you're gonna get the fold down shifter, you're gonna get the flip over, so you can actually put your laptop up here, you have the whole workstation set up. There's a lot more XXX related jokes that I can make about that particular setup. However, we won't do it. This is a family channel. But it is nice, like I said, to have those options here. In terms of the cabin, the first thing I noticed, you get the massive, what size is this screen? 12, 13? It's huge. Whatever this might be. The information in front of me is huge. I love that when I'm in drive, I can see my gear range. And the one thing I have always commented on and absolutely loved about this Ford 10-speed is it does not hunt, and it is non-sequential. So, for example, right now I'm in 8th. If I get into it like this, it dropped to 5th. It did not go down to 5th. It dropped to 5th. It doesn't have to hunt through gears. It picks exactly what you need depending on your inputs and what it knows about its environment currently. And honestly, it's one of the better transmissions that Ford's ever made, in my opinion.
Yeah, and remember what you said about having a hybrid with a turbo setup. Doesn't the hybrid just make up for that turbo lag? Exactly.
The initial grunt of the electric motor takes up the turbo lag, especially taking off. And this thing, I really like the brake coach. That's something that it's popped up twice now. So I want to see how I did this time. 80% energy returned. So this system will actually coach you on how to get better. And that's kind of cool too, especially for the majority of people who are getting into this product, probably never having owned a hybrid in their life. You think about the segment that this product is focused at.
It's a very interesting segment.
That contractor, that handyman, that guy who's going, out into the wilds, I dare say, to do whatever job it is that they do. Well, he's going to get in this thing and he can drive it exactly like he's driven his pickup truck for the last however many years, or he can actually sit down and learn the functions and features of this thing and use it to his advantage.
Yeah, which brings me into the fuel economy figures, and I find those very interesting. It's 10.5 liters per 100 on the highway. It is 10.4 liters per 100 city or combined. So that in US figures is 22.4, 22.6 miles per gallon. So it doesn't matter how you drive this truck, you're going to get the same fuel economy everywhere.
So in terms of the horsepower breakdown here, we know we've got 430 horsepower overall. What is the breakdown as far as what is the output on the electric motor?
Now, the gas version of this truck is 400 horsepower and I believe 500 foot-pounds of torque, something in that figure, because it said it was 30 more horsepower, 70 more foot-pounds of torque.
Okay.
It has a 47 horsepower electric motor. Now, I know the math doesn't add up on that, but when you put that electric motor through a 10-speed transmission, that's where the magic happens. You take 47 horsepower at the crank at the back of the engine, and you multiply it through that transmission. That's where you get that extra power. And that's why it takes up the turbo lag. It gives you 570 foot-pounds of torque. This is the kind of torque that can move a massive trailer. For example, my parents have a 9,000-pound trailer that they currently tow with an F250 6.4 liter turbo diesel. You can now pull that with a V6 hybrid pickup truck. I can't believe that.
It's pretty impressive. Now, I know top towing numbers on this thing. You're looking at, what was it, 12,700 if you spec it out.
Yeah,
that
but
way.
on average about 12,400 max and 11,000 without that max
So what
package.
we're sitting in today is 11,000, is it not?
Yes, that would be 11,000 pounds this
Yes.
thing can tow.
Now, me, myself, and I, if I have an 11,000 pound trailer, I'll pull one for a short distance. If it's a daily tow, I don't want to be that guy.
I'll tell you, I have towed big trailers in my life, and you have to get good brakes on your trailer. I have towed friends' trailers that supposedly have brakes, and I've ended up next to the car in front of me. It's a very scary experience. If you're going to tow 11,000 pounds with this truck, get proper sway control, and I would highly recommend a trailer that has brakes on both axles, and make sure they work. When you tow a boat, that trailer goes in the water, and those brakes don't work. Make sure you get them serviced.
You get a phenomenon affectionately known as the tail wagging the dog.
Yep.
And you don't want to get into a situation where you've got too much trailer to your truck. And when you're in a situation where I can tow 11,000, but this thing only weighs, curb weight, I'm going to go out on a limb and say somewhere in the 8,000 to 9,000 range.
I think it's going to be less than that.
Even
Like
less than that.
F-150
We'll
Lightning.
put it on the screen right here.
The Lightning, for example, is about 6,700 pounds. So this is probably around 6,000 pounds, maybe even less.
So we're almost doubling the weight of the trailer to the weight of the truck.
Yep.
Plus all your other factors. Sure, great, you can pull it. Good job. Get it stopped. Tell me how you feel after you get it stopped.
I'll tell you, with my trailer set up correctly, I was able to stop the truck, the trailer, and the load with the brakes on the trailer alone.
I completely agree. Performance-wise, getting a load like that moving, this thing is likely phenomenal. Having the regenerative braking built into the hybrid system with a trailer behind will also come in handy, especially if you're in a situation where you're in long, big hills, downgrades, stuff that you can force that generator to do more work. In addition to, say, like a supplement for an engine braking that you would get in a 3/4 or a 1-ton truck. That's going to come in handy. It's going to be wonderful. But like I said, I wouldn't be towing near the max in this thing. I think where this truck shines in its niche is about half that rating, constant towing, and just the power supply. And the power supply to what you can tow, I think, is also an interesting factor here. You can hook up, any old trailer to this thing, but in this situation where you can, put out, was it 7.2 kilowatts?
Yep.
You could run anything back there.
Yeah, like I said, you can run your whole house.
You could tow an amusement park ride back there and, leave the lights on while you're driving. Tow whatever the hell you want.
Yep.
And I mean, that in and of itself is pretty cool. And I think that's what really sets this hybrid apart from others in the market. Comparably speaking, what else have you got right now? You've got the Toyota Tundra with the Hybrid Max. And that's also a great product. Does not have nearly the energy output.
Yeah.
It's not set up for it. It's got the classic, Toyota 400 or I think even 800 watt output in the bed right now. Nowhere near what this thing can do. Nowhere near as functional. And I mean, you're still looking at the same price. So if you're looking for function over fashion, I think this is the pick in this segment. There's nothing that touches it.
Yeah, now I can't wait for the ramcharger to come out because I love that series hybrid setup that they came up with. The regen in that is going to be phenomenal going down hills. Imagine getting half your battery pack back, towing a trailer down a hill. Yeah. That'd be incredible.
Would be
that's
cool.
Not what this one is. This one has the motor in front of the transmission, just so we're clear. Okay, so now we're going to talk about price, and there is actually a reason why we chose to pick the XLT today, and that's because we've been going across getting coffee, and we keep seeing these trucks that are $90,000 to $110,000, and those are just regular gas-powered trucks. There's no hybrid option. They're not Lightnings, nothing like that. Yeah. So the the XLT that we're in right now is about 72,000 Canadian, and they're offering a $5,000 discount right now in Canada. You have to check the website, see what the current offers are, and in American dollars, about 57,500. Now, that obviously goes up from there. What I picked was an XLT mid-level package with 4x4 and with the 7.2 kilowatt Pro Power onboard, because I believe those are the features that we need every day. So the XLT only comes with cloth seats and just your basic amenities, but it has everything you need.
You don't feel like you're lacking. I think that's the big takeaway in this package is there's nothing in here except for a heated steering wheel.
We're missing the heated steering wheel.
I did cry a little. There is no heated steering wheel, but you don't feel like you're lacking anything else. It's got all the other features of a comparable truck in its price range. And like I said, when I'm going to look at competitors' brands, looking in that $70,000 price range, I can't get a hybrid. I can't get anything comparable to the Pro Trailer backup, integrated trailer brake, and all the other features that this work truck has. I can't touch it.
Like, how much would you spend on that trailer brake controller and a hitch and everything right from the dealer?
Exactly.
This comes in your financing package.
Yeah. No, it's quite a package they've put together here, and I think Ford is smart for. A lot of guys will spec out the Max truck, and that's just the truth of the matter. You know, that's what the market dictates. However, there are those guys out there that are a little more cost conscious than the rest of the world.
So far, our coworker, yourself, and me would all buy an XLT.
Yeah.
Whereas everybody else on the market is buying the Platinums that are $90,000 to $100,000.
Exactly, and okay, you got a heated steering wheel. Congrats.
I also got a fancy sunroof.
You got a fancy sunroof and a heated steering wheel, and enjoy that payment.
Yep. Well, I think that brings us to the end. We're going to head back to the dealership now, and we're just going to finalize our thoughts on this.
Yeah, I want to play around with that plug in the back a little bit and see the kind of things that I can do with it. But I think overall, this truck is a win in this space. Fuel economy, great. Pricing, competitive. Performance, you can't beat it. You can't beat it in the space. That's just the truth.
And 10.5 liters per 100. Like, that's phenomenal for a pickup truck. It actually makes it affordable to drive every day.
Exactly.
Matt, we got to end the video.
But I wanted to keep playing.
I know, and this truck can run for hours on that Pro Power.
I can take power everywhere. But no, you're right. You're right. So, final thoughts. What do you think?
Oh, you know what? Anybody who wants this truck, I love this truck. You can power your house. It's great on the job site. You know, it just has so many features that are usable.
It has very few downsides, and I think where it's priced itself in the market compared to, I bought that luxury truck in the $70,000 range, or I bought something that's actually useful as a pickup truck. It'll do everything that luxury truck did, but is way more handy, and I can take tools with me. This one's a no-brainer for me. I know it's not the pick for everybody, but what do you guys think? Why don't you go below and let us think right now. Do you like the Powerboost? Is it something that you would use in your daily lives? And I mean, as always, if you are interested in this type of product, Bourgeois Motors Midland, the Ford store here in Midland, Ontario, they've got lots of these in stock, and they'll be glad to talk to you about any other options you might like to put on a truck as well.
Yeah, and thanks for watching, and throw us a like, subscribe to the channel, and see what we do next.